words
Thank fuck.
people.
That was really fun. That was good. The other part of the show. It's gonna be how many eyeballs were watching that video, how many buttholes were sitting in chairs watching that video. Blasting on. Welcome to Trending Trends Channel with I'm Benjaja. You are here to the show where we go into YouTube every day to find out what is trending. I do it by myself, but you jump along, I think, sometimes. And this is no different than those times. Today, this time. Time is strange when you really look at the front of it and at the back of it. And as I always say, hey, you're either in or you're out. And when you're in, and when you're out, you're out. That's what I've been saying for years. So let's do the show, I guess. So here's how we do it. We get YouTube up like this. Now it's there. We go to this explore area, check that out, then we hit on trending. You can do it yourself or you can do it with me, but this is the daily show, so we do it every day. So why don't you just right now subscribe as I clench my teeth to exaggerate this moment, because I'd like you to just subscribe to the channel. Okay, so now that this is all up, we're going to do the full trend send. I'm going to break down what is trending in a minute. We're going to find a video that's trending. We're going to watch it. We're going to learn, why is this trending? What's happening? Is it a good video? Is it a bad video? What's going on with this? We're going to learn, essentially, is what I think is going to happen. We're going to hold in our poop, and we're going to then, at the end of the video, give it some Benjaja Coins. Those mean nothing to anybody. You got to believe. Okay, so, great. Then we're going to do word of the day, and we're done. So let's do the full trend send right now. Like this video or don't. Your choice. Oh, that's a real poop that I need to. Sorry, I gotta hold it. All right, here we go. Oh, what's happening? Is my body okay? 3, 5.
The full trend send.
Want to like shares her account of the Oscars. The Ellen Show, 1,022 hours ago. Guess what? Ellen's getting canceled. No more Ellen. SG, 42 Doug. Everybody Shooters 2, official music video, 42 Doug. Music, 537,021 hours ago. Joe Rogan on Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. 14 minutes and 15 seconds of Joe talking with some guy that looks like he has been eating a lot of red meat his entire life. Rema, calm down. Official music video. Rema's going to be the artist on the rise today. Artist on the rise. Rema, check that song out. Looks like it's got 20 million views about a month ago. It's going to be good. Snoop Dogg reacts to Will Smith and Chris Rock. Oscar Scott still trending 2 days in a row. Extra TV, 8.4 million. Watching Uncensored Moment. Will Smith starts with Chris Rock. The Guardian, that was trending for 4 days. 83 million views. That's a lot of views, a lot of people, a lot of eyeballs. That's 83 times 2 is going to be how many eyeballs were watching that video. How many buttholes were sitting in chairs watching that video. 83 million. Harry Styles, as it was coming soon. There's so much butt stuff today. I don't know why. It's not like I do butt stuff every episode. Jimmy Kimmel's breakdown of the craziest Oscar moment ever between Will Smith and Chris Rock. Jim Carrey was sickened by Will Smith Oscar moment. He would have charged him. I already watched that video. It was good. Chris opened up about his childhood trauma months before the Oscars view. 280. Didn't we all have childhood trauma? And don't we not just have childhood trauma, but like life trauma? Like you live life, you will have trauma. It's not like anybody can avoid that. Not like you should. Trauma's good. The end of the movie star, The Critical Drinker, 21 hours ago. Let's watch that. 9 minutes and 26 seconds. It's kind of long. We might skip a little bit through it. During this commercial for what looks like either a doctor or Amy Schumer's new season or new show that she didn't steal from some other comedian or, you know, lie about the stealing or not care that she steals stuff. So don't go check out Amy Schumer on Hulu. Sorry, unless somebody can tell me why you should. Marina Del Rey is having... Okay, check out Dumb Owl Productions. Today is a great day. It's Thursday, which means we're putting out a new comedy sketch at noon 30 at Dumb Owl Productions. Go check that out if you can. Dumb Owl Prod is where I make my other scripted comedy shows. We had it. Never mind. Well, I'll tell you about it later.
It might be hard to believe now, but there was a time when movie stars were practically venerated as fucking gods amongst men.
There was a time.
Genuinely looked looked up to and respected them as the living embodiments of the American dream. Glamorous, refined and larger than life, but kind of remote and untouchable, like they existed in some other world that was separate from our own. Something inspirational for the common man to aspire to, but never quite to reach. Now they've become kind of a sad, dated, unfunny joke without a punchline, fuel for 1,000 memes on the internet, mocked and belittled for their clumsy attempts to preach and pander and curry favour with the very people they look down on with such contempt, with flaws and shortcomings and insecurities increasingly exposed for the world to see. Whether it's fucking clowns like Seth Rogen pretending to be articulate, well-informed political activists and losing his mind anytime someone points out how ludicrous and out of touch he is, or Madonna sitting in her bath of milk and rose petals.
Alright, this is a critical drinker, alright? So this person is very, like, either drunk or doing something, but he's got, like, this drinking Scottish kind of accent and disposition because, quite truthfully, you know, celebrities are just people like you and me. They're no different. They just happen to have lots of people watching them all the time. So let's just hear the critical drinker and hear his criticisms of people that are celebrity, which is ironic because he's got 1.14 million subscribers, so he's probably a bit of a celebrity in his own town. Let's go watch it. The end of the movie star. Okay, got it.
Factory worker who has to make the daily choice between heating their home or having food to eat. Or Ron Perlman ranting and raving into his phone about some political bill that he clearly has no knowledge or understanding of. Or Gal Gadot leading a bunch of idiots in an off-key rendition of Imagine at a time when most people were questioning whether they'd even have a home to live in next month. Or J.K. Rowling somehow managing to alienate basically everyone by going to war with the very people she spent years pandering to. Or Will Smith losing his mind because he can't take a fucking joke. I could probably go on for days about this, reeling off examples of celebrities embarrassing themselves in front of millions of people, and that's not even counting the really dark and sinister stuff lurking out there. But the point is, the whole cult of celebrity that used to be such a big, powerful part of our culture really feels like it's dying on its arse these days. And to be honest, it was kind of inevitable that this was going to happen sooner or later. The world we live in is changing, and so is the way we see the rich.
True. Like, I guess what I wanted to, jump on your little drinking back there, you little drinking critical man, is, because markets, in terms of entertainment, markets are getting smaller and more defined and refined. It's not like a movie comes out and everybody needs to see that movie. No, like, people are subscribed to specific YouTube channels with specific... I like pizza. I like pizzas full calzones. There's a channel about that, so you could just watch calzone content all day long if you wanted to, from your favorite calzone content creator. So it's like there's not like just 100 seats at the entertainment table. There's now hundreds of tables with thousands of seats at each one, and there's room for all of us. That was kind of a point.
But if I had to describe the instrument of their downfall in 2 words, they would have to be social media.
Oh, okay, yeah.
See, back in the 90s and even the 2000s, celebrities were a lot less accessible than they are today, and generally the only time you heard from them was in carefully scripted interviews with magazines, friendly journalists, and talk show appearances where they were contractually protected from difficult or uncomfortable questions. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was still plenty of potential for fuck-ups, like Sean Connery giving his decidedly old-school opinions on violence against women.
I remember you said you don't do it with a clenched fist, it's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No.
Or Marlon Brando refusing his Oscar to make a statement about how Native Americans
Sean
are treated in
Connery.
the industry.
Can you handle The Rock? And can you handle a slap to the face? Because Sean Connery will give you an open-handed slap to the face after he gives you The Rock. Like the wedding ring? Whatever.
Side note, Roger Moore walked home with a fucking Oscar that night because no one else would take it. Or Oliver Reed showing up to talk shows pissed out of his fucking mind.
Yes, that's awesome.
Because the finest people that I've ever met in my life are in pubs.
Never change, Ollie. Never change.
Yeah,
But
the
these things were
critical
generally
drink loves that.
outliers rather than part of the broader culture in Hollywood. And for the most part, they were usually criticised as crass or inappropriate. Generally speaking, most celebrities sober enough to know what year it was were able to stick to the script, answering puffball questions about their careers, promoting whatever films they were in, and mostly steering clear of anything particularly political or controversial. And on the rare occasions when they did get involved in shit like that, you knew they meant business because it could have serious repercussions for their careers. Nowadays it's practically the opposite. You're more likely to get criticised for not being political. Anyway, the point is, there was a kind of protective wall between them and the public, so that you never really knew the inner workings of their minds. Thank fuck. You had no clue what they got up to on a daily basis, or the mundane stuff that went on behind closed doors. You didn't know what their opinions were on current political and social events, and you generally didn't see them go off scripts. But then an innocuous little app like Twitter came along, and suddenly they had the ability to interact directly with their fans from the comfort of their own homes. They could put out unscripted, unrehearsed, unfiltered opinions, and enjoy that sweet dopamine hit as thousands of likes and retweets came pouring in. Holy shit, they thought to themselves as they sipped
Who's
their
that
soy
random guy?
lattes. I can just sit here on my phone and bask in the glow of my own fame, while my legions of fans shower my every word with praise and adoration. No more boring press junkets, scripted interviews, and tedious questions for me. Now I can talk about whatever the fuck I want. And like a moth to a flame, the allure of instant gratification, constant attention, and on-demand ego-stroking was just too strong for most of them to resist. And before you knew it, these people were giving their opinions on fucking everything from social issues to foreign policy to the economy, in a never-ending quest to hog the public's attention and bag themselves more hollow praise. They were sharing pictures of their homes, their meals, their fucking dogs. They were posing without stylists and makeup in an effort to look relatable. Lovely stuff indeed. The only problem is that, well, most of these people are complete fucking idiots. They're hollow, narcissistic, poorly educated, privileged, disconnected, impulsive, weak-minded, ignorant, and completely unqualified to give their opinions on most of the things they speak so loudly.
Just like all of us. Just like everyone else. That description of celebrities or movie stars is the same as everyone, really. But that's okay.
They've made their careers out of saying words
Thank
written by other
fuck.
people. They've spent years surrounded by well-paid yes men that never challenge their opinions or call them out on their bullshit. So because of that, most of them have never had to be particularly smart or well-informed. People just kind of go along with what they say, and it's created the false impression that what they say must in fact be correct. They've been safely protected within the Hollywood echo chamber, so that when they decide to share their opinions with the rest of the world, it never really crosses their minds that they might be completely fucking stupid. I mean, don't get me wrong, people say stupid shit on the internet every minute of every day. The difference though is that the average person doesn't have a public persona to protect. The average person doesn't have millions of people who pay attention to what they say, and a news media hungry for scandal keeping tabs on their every move. Truly, familiarity breeds contempt, and the more we see of these people, the less we fucking like them. The more we've pulled back the curtain on the world of celebrity, the more we've come to realise that there isn't anything particularly smart, interesting, or special behind it. The mystique has vanished, and with it, the misplaced belief in the power of fame. The age of the internet has also given birth to a new breed of celebrities who don't need to be part of the Hollywood machine, or have an army of publicists, stylists, and advisors to reach their audience. All they really need is a webcam and an internet connection because, funnily enough, people respond better to unpolished passion than slick, soulless corporate pandering. Just ask G4 TV. I mean, shit, man, if some drunken asshole from Scotland can find a bit of success online, then basically anyone can do it. And I guess that's kind of my point here. The fact that almost anyone can find a degree of fame and success now has kind of diluted the talent pool and made traditional celebrities a bit less special. And I guess the natural result of that is that they start to feel threatened, and their clumsy attempts to appeal to that same desire for authenticity only exposes how fake and shallow they really are. Now, it would be unfair of me to say that every celebrity's like this, because clearly there's still good people out there that have managed to stay humble, grounded, and grateful for what they have, and resist the darker impulses of ego and attention seeking. There are artists who do what they do because they genuinely care about their craft and have no real interest in the public attention that comes with it. Some of them have even been able to use their fame and wealth to support good causes or raise awareness about important issues, in which case good on them. But I think most of the time it's pretty easy to tell the difference between an actor who quietly donates his salary to a charitable cause without expecting anything in return, and a fame-hungry loudmouth spouting hollow political talking points on social media because they think that's what people want to hear. People have got an eye for fakery now and they don't fucking like it. The end result of all these different factors is that we're kind of transitioning into a post-celebrity world where being famous just isn't that special or unique anymore, where normal everyday people can have their ideas go viral overnight with a single well-written tweet, and where being a big deal in Hollywood doesn't make you a big deal to the average person anymore. Now don't get me wrong, there's always going to be a place for actors, entertainers and performers of all kinds, and there's nothing wrong with being fans of their work, but I guess my point here is that their work is what should matter, not all the stupid shit that's been tacked onto it. Fundamentally, they're entertainers, not pundits, philosophers, leaders or thinkers. Their job is to amuse and distract us, not to lecture, berate and guilt us into thinking like they do. In fact, fuck what I've got to say, Kurt Russell expressed it better than I ever could, so I'll leave you with his wise words instead. There's no reason entertainers can't learn just as much as anybody else about a subject, whatever it is. But I think what's sad about it is that they lose their status as a court jester, and I'm a court jester. That's what I was born to do. And you know what, Kurt? You're really fucking good at it. It's a shame more people weren't like you. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
All right, let's like it. Let's subscribe to that. That was great. We're going to pause this new ad. Okay, we subscribed. We got notifications. Let's get them on. Nice. Let's get it out of there. All right, the critical drinker. I loved what you had to say. Just about everything. But the difference about my opinion and yours is that I think all people are just the same, no matter if they're celebrities or not. The three gentlemen is a man whose conduct proceeds from goodwill and an acute sense of propriety. Let's give him some coins. Let's give him an entire quilt full of Benjaja coins for the critical drinker. That was really funny and really insightful, and I think he made a lot of really good points, including that everybody, including him, can now access a pocket of, I guess, celebrity, which dilutes the movie star enigma or dilutes the movie star appeal, is because there's way more areas where we're all getting entertained, and not just that, but I like what Kurt Russell said about the court jester thing, which is like, yeah, we're all just entertainers. We're just trying to entertain people. Not me. I'm talking about them, movie stars and whatnot. But everybody, we're all the same. Movie stars just happen to have more people watching them and know who they are. That's really it. It's just kind of like boil it down to a popularity contest. Okay, cool. So we did that. Nice. That was really fun. Now let's get to the other part of the show before I have to go sit down on the toilet. Okay. Let's do this new word of the day. Oh, convivial. We're going to do convivial right there. Convivial, get it on the big bang board. Convivial, sociable, merry, festive. Synonyms of convivial include jovial and also genial, companionable. Oh, you're so companionable, affable, and gregarious. Antonyms include unsociable, reserved, solitary, and aloof. Okay, and it comes from convivium, but that's, don't worry, just fuck it and get yourself some more coffee when you have to. Let's see through that. All right. So we did the word of the day. We did Benjaja Coins. This is the end of the show, and then that's why I think I'm doing this weird thing right here, is because I'm sad that I have to end the show, and I don't want you to go. But don't worry, I have lots of editing to do. This video right now, maybe my future self might say something interesting right here. No, yeah, no, yeah, I'm confused. And then make sure, please, this is, if you're here, this has been a 20-minute video. New comedy sketches every Thursday for the next 8 weeks or so on Dumb Owl Prod. It's my original YouTube channel where I write, direct, shoot, edit, compose the music, and create, act in comedy sketches because I like to make people laugh. Because when you're laughing, you're not suffering while you're laughing. Maybe when you're done laughing, you might suffer again if you want, or you might laugh your way into a happy day, happy moment. Anyway, when you feel like life isn't going to get any better, just know it always gets better. Stay good. What did he say? The critical drinker that I really like. He said, fuck. He said, I've never heard it before.
Words
Thank
written by other
fuck.
People. They've spoken
Fuck what? He said like, no, he said something. I'll go back and blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Black Ben Force Blast off. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to sit right here and ask you to subscribe. I'll wait until you do it. So go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it.